Hello, happy Wisdom Wednesday, May 24th, 2017, everyone. Wisdom Wednesday today, I'm sharing one of my pet peeves. It's what I call worker entitlement, or you call it whatever you want. It's totally ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, surveys show, so whatever, I mean, there are different numbers in different places, but probably about right that about 13%, only 13% of Americans, that's us, hopefully that's you, if you're watching my videos, you're on my blog or YouTube or Facebook pages or wherever, 13% of Americans are self-employed, business owners, entrepreneurs. That leaves the overwhelming, whopping majority, 87% of Americans that rely on us. Or they rely on big government or big corporations for their entire existence, whether they are participating in the capitalist society by working, or they're simply disabled, or for whatever reason getting benefits from the government for their survival, but they're depending on us, those that produce and that provide opportunities and jobs for others. So that's a lot of burden on the few of us. And so it's just it's amazing though that they just, I don't know, when I'm interviewing people, you ever interviewing people and you're looking at them and they have no concept of our world that we live in. We live in the world where, you know what, I just remembered as I look here, I did not share my rhino of the day. So as always, I share my rhino of the day, and today it is this plush rhino. However, he has an extra little thing here, a press here button. So we press here, and we got Rusty the Rhino with us. We also have him, because of the topic today, he is roaring mad. He is screaming mad at this topic today, this worker entitlement, this I need to get paid first before I do anything. I need to have everything handed to me. I need to have all this security provided by you, of course, provided by you and me. The business owners, the entrepreneurs have to provide all this security and all these benefits and all this salary and matching 401k and whatever you want to do for people, that we're, in other words, taking all this risk. And all their risk they're taking is, can they get their ass out of bed and get to work? For this overwhelming 80%, 87% of people, no matter what study you read or who you talk to, they hate their boss, they hate their job, they go through the motions, they watch the clock, they love Fridays. Oh, I can't wait till Friday. Oh, it's payday, I get paid again. Oh, that means I made it through another week or 2 weeks or however often they get paid of doing as little as I possibly could in order to get as much benefit as I can from the entrepreneur, the business owner, the risk taker, the person who's out there who is working on pure commission, who is out there sink or swim. Okay, I did 9 years of door-to-door sales and another 40 years of owning my own businesses, or 30-something years, and every single day, you don't sell, you don't eat, you don't produce. Not only, has anyone out there ever gone through the stress and the pressure of having to make payroll, having to pay the entitled people, likely behind your back, who say bad things about you and about the business, and they can't stand the boss and they can't stand the job, but you have to pay their rent, their car payment, all their bills. You got to provide their benefits and give them vacation time, and then you got to pay someone else to fill in for them and suffer from a decrease in the productivity from the new person coming in there, and all this kind of stuff. You've got to put everything out so they can have their life. And so I've done that. I've sacrificed. I've not paid myself. Am I the only one? I'm sure I'm. If there's any entrepreneur out there who's ever not paid yourself, that would be extremely rare. But, oh, far be it for the employee to not get paid. Do you think you could ever, on a Friday, let's say, hey, folks, I just got to let you know, you all worked hard this week, but you're not getting paid. Now, that happens when businesses are going under, or sometimes they're in business in a startup mode, and instead you're giving them shares in the future of the company. A lot of startups work that way. Or closely or family-held businesses understand when things aren't going that sometimes, hey, you've been there a long time. Can you please, understand that it's kind of tough and we lost a big client or whatever. But for the most part, we are in a world where we know we are at risk, We are putting ourselves out there. We're on 100% commission. If we don't produce, our company, not only do we not get paid, our whole company can get shut down. And yet the entitlement of the worker, no matter how good the opportunity is, they will look at, so we look at opportunities. So congratulate yourself. I'll close today by saying congratulate yourself if you're an entrepreneur. You look at the world full of opportunities, you look at the positives and you say, oh yeah, that'll be a lot of hard work and there's some risk involved. And yeah, I'm not going to make a lot of money in the beginning, but man, that's a good opportunity. Let's go for it. Well, the rest of the world looks at it the total opposite. They go, look, I'm not working for I'm pure commission. So I got to have a good pay. I got to have all my bills covered, no matter what. I got to have benefits. I got to have my matching 401k or whatever, my company car. I got to have all this. Oh, and is there some kind of opportunity? Whatever. I guess that's good too, I guess. So once in a while, you might get a good employee who actually looks also at opportunity. I've had those, and those are the ones I've promoted into management, sometimes even funded them into running their own businesses, partnered up with them. So those are the ones you look for. So that's a pet peeve of the day, and a key thing to look for whenever you're interviewing anybody is, and don't let them fool you. I was talking to somebody who tried to impress me with how much, they're the child of an entrepreneur. So they know what it's like, all the ups and downs, and they can deal with it. They remember what it was like growing up, and it worked in their father's business, and their father paid them. Well, their father paid them a salary, evidently, because they grew up to say, I will not work for pure commission. So I don't care what you think you understand about an entrepreneur, you have no clue about an entrepreneur. So congratulations, everyone out there who's self-employed, business owner, entrepreneur. You're doing what 87% of Americans, and probably more across the globe, it could be less, I don't know, depending on there's some socialist countries where, it doesn't even make sense to own a business. But anyway, in America, 13% of us are doing what 87% of people can't even think about. So congratulate yourselves. And that's it for Wisdom Wednesday today. I am recording this early because I'm taking off. We have our tickets to the White Sox game. So we moved out of Chicago after 15 years, thankfully, because Chicago is, I don't know if it can technically go bankrupt, but they're robbing any successful person of as much money as they can to line the pockets of the politicians and give it to whoever they feel like giving it to and whatever. And so it was time to get out of there, but we'll go get a little taste of Chicago today. Game starts in about an hour and a half, and we'll be seeing the White Sox play here in Arizona, so that'll be fun. And then join me tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. Perfect timing since tomorrow is my birthday. So talk about a throwback. We will be throwing it back to a long, long time ago when this guy, he probably was born with no hair either. So it comes full circle, but I didn't have the gray hair. So anyway, thanks for joining me today on Wisdom Wednesday. Be back again tomorrow on Throwback Thursday. Kenneth Northcutt is here. Kenneth Northcutt, great seeing you, man. I hope things are going fantastic for you and for Deborah. And that's it for today. Over and out. Oh, and Bishal is Bishal is here again. If I'm giving out free advice, Bishal Sarkar is going to be here. All right, folks. See you tomorrow.